Good morning and welcome to Coffee at the Manor, the bestest place to start your day with all the news, reviews and things you never knew you needed to know. On the programme today, there's a lot of viral holes going on, but don't worry, it stays mostly PG-13. We do indeed have a national landmark, the rat hole, which has gone, I've got my monitor not muted there, which has gone missing. Yes, the rat hole. We check out rare glory holes. I know. Can you believe it? And of course, the truth behind the human magnets is very disturbing. I'm about to change how you look at human magnet people forever. So do stay tuned for that. We might have the story about the largest penis. I don't know if we can get round to him again. He's been on the cards for a few days. We've got cat theft, and finally a Florida man that hits the news for the right reasons. Yes, indeed. I've got to say hello to you guys over there. You beat me into the studio today. Hello, Lord Koala. A pleasure to see you, sir. We've got GSP over there. Good day to you. What's this? But 35 here in Yosemite, California, US. Cold out today. Yes, indeed. Cold is that? Is that 95 in freedom degrees? 35 over there. 35C. There we go. Lady Flutterby says. Yesterday was 81 Fahrenheit. Today, blizzard. Shut down entire area. Oh, my goodness me. See, 81 Fahrenheit, I don't know what that means. You might as well tell me it's 37 and a half hamsters. I'm not quite sure what that is. But yes, I understand blizzard. That is cold. Anyway, so let's get this thing underway, shall we? Let's run the intro while I plug in everything else that goes on when you're watching the intro. And I'll see you in about 47 seconds. Good morning to you all. How are you? I can see you all in there in the comments. Good morning to you all. There we go. Ooh, some more Fahrenheit business going on. How the devil are you all? Very, very nice to see you. It seems that ever since we had the time change, more people have arrived in the morning. So I am wondering, maybe I should do the show a little bit later in the day, just to catch up with you guys, or at least later in this day. But hello to you all that are watching. Hello to you over there in TikTok land as well. Brian, nice to see you. Over to let's go straight to some stories, shall we? I will introduce you to the TikTok side of things, just in case you want to watch me do weird gamey things at night time, but I'll show you that right at the end. Anyways, we're going to go straight into some delightful stories. And it is, of course, in sort of pavement-based stuff, which seems to be a bit of a thing. If there's something strange going on, missing, or any hole that needs exploring, we tend to be there and here at Coffee at the Manor. Don't we? We like to get on top of these holes. Yes, indeed. Oh, a quick hello to Iowa, says GSP. Lady Flutterby, dearest Lady Flutterby. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's the picture we can see there in your profile image. That is one hell of a snowy thing you've got going on there. So let's crack on, shall we, and move through. Now, the first thing was to catch my eye. In the course of putting together this little show for you, was this delight, and it takes us on a whole bunch of other ways. It is, of course, a delightful hole that has disappeared in Chicago. Whether or not you're familiar with this, let me share this with you. Do the show on stage thing. Oh, right, hang on a second. Now I have to bring this up for you guys over there also. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. There it is. Share that with you. Delight. Add to stage. All right, there we are. Beautiful. Let me just bring myself in like that. Okay, right. Blimey, there's lots of buttons to click. So let's keep on moving. It was this delight of a story right over here. Let me see. Everybody can see. There we are. I can all see. I can now see too. Fantastic. So it is this story here that Chicago's rat hole is removed after the city determined the sidewalk was damaged. And this is a little bit older story, this one. It is just from last year, but it was something I'm massively unaware of. How have we never been aware of the rat hole? Yes, indeed, Chicago's iconic rat hole, no less. Well, allow me to enlighten us all if we are ignorant to the ways of the rat hole. Yes, here it is. It's in the Roscoe Village neighborhood, as seen here on January the 9th, 2024. The sidewalk landmark was removed on that Wednesday in April. Oh my goodness. After city official determined the section bearing the imprint of the animal was damaged and needed to be replaced. And yes, here it is, the delightful little rat hole. Now, it's one of the wonderful things is they have, of course, named said rat hole. It isn't just rat hole. Otherwise, it would have gone down in, oh, great, there's a rat. I mean, really, you could have been a bit more creative. Looks like, JSP says, looks like the rat flew in from outer space. Indeed. Well, there are some theories on it. And one of my favorite non-theories is that it's actually a squirrel. Yeah, okay, let's just take another look at those. We've all seen a squirrel. That looks like, right. But not to our specialist expert that we get into to talk about it. Yes, where do we go? We went down here. Sorry. Where was it that I'd had it? Anyway, so yes, let's skip on mildly to the thing. So she decided then, of course, it is a squirrel. And then we pointed out, well, actually, squirrels have got slightly different tails. And actually, they don't really look so much like that. But yes, no, squirrel, she said. But I'd like to point out the tail to the person. She said, well, actually, if you were to slap a pavement with a squirrel, you wouldn't get any hair imprint. So, as part of the research, I spent the afternoon slapping concrete with squirrels. I didn't do that at all. But can you imagine? I do imagine, though, that this is a crazy thing. Anyway, keeping on moving. So anyway, there is this hole, and it does, of course, have this. Here is, of course, the thing here. Where they have a conversation about whether it's a squirrel or not. So Savchenko, who is essentially a reporter, asks O'Neill, the expert, do you think it's a splat of a rat or a squirrel? I think it's a squirrel. Subventure says, I spoke to a zoologist yesterday that disagrees with you, that agrees with you. Nice. The expert then agrees with this person. I don't know about you and me, people. Let's just refresh our mind of it. Well, we're coming back in a second. That was the least squirrely thing. But no, according to the pros, it was, of course, a squirrel. How the hell it got there? Well, a zoologist chimes in. Yeah, I know. It's like getting geologists to answer a question about earthquakes, isn't it? It's just not really the same thing. But anyway, Mr. Zoologist, who decided it might be a squirrel. But the most delightful parts about this story actually is over here on the Wikipedia page, which of course it does have one. Every silly mystery must have a Wikipedia page, right? And here it is, a delightful thing. And I rather like down here. On January 11th, 2024, the Lakeview Roscoe Village's Chamber of Commerce, because they're really good, not pointless people at all, aren't they? Started receiving suggestions on the name for the rat hole. See what I mean? Look, just a bit of creativity. So I love what we're coming up with it. Do feel free to preempt. But submissions narrowed down to the 5 finalists, and Ratty McRatface wasn't on there, just in case you're wondering. Finalists, which residents had until 21st of January to vote on, included Little Stucky or Lil Stucky, Splattatooey, Splat, Roscoe Rodent, and Dibs. The winning name was Splattatooey. So yes, indeed, it received its own delightful name. Here it is. You can see it a little bit better there. Look at that. That's a really good quality print. Poor rat. I have been supposing over how this came about for some time. Yes, anyway, let's continue. So it is, of course, called Splattatooey. And it isn't. So we thought, well, we need to go and have a look at Splattatooey to have a little look. So I popped over, of course, to our friends over at Google Maps. And here we are, just to see. And someone bloody well parked a car in front of me. You bastards here in whatever this thing is. It looks like a Nissan. You Nissan bastard. So we can't see past it, so we can't really see if it is still there. However, we do know that some amazing people have decided to go get married there. Yes, indeed. A couple goes viral after getting married at the famous Chicago Rat Hole Shrine. Why not? Well, why? I think you could shorten that question and just go, why? Is the thing. Apparently, the guy identifies with the rat to the extent that everyone and all of my friends kind of know me as that person who's very adventurous. Therefore, rat imprint in the ground. Yeah, that's a bit of a leap, isn't it? You know, like my research, you see, I cover all angles. Yes, indeed. Yes. See, this is actually the weird thing is that this show really just came from me sitting when in the morning I go and have a smoke and a coffee in the car with the car. Okay. And I always look at the news, and this is just what I do for the first half an hour of my life every day, and I just show it to you. somehow kind of justifies me doing it. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Difference in adventurous and just plain stupid. Absolutely. It's one of those fine lines, I think, isn't it? But there is a line there, isn't it? Yes. Anyway, so these people went and got married there. Here is the delightful couple. They aren't as mental as you think. Here we are. It was, of course, a civil wedding, as you probably spotted that. There he is. Look at the one on the oh dear. The one on the left really did well out of this, didn't he? Not necessarily about the one on the right. Oh, damn it. Maybe he's rich. Maybe he invented, I don't know, Twitch or something. He looks like one of those kind of people, isn't he? Anyway, so yeah, not only that, people have also decided that they would like to go and, just propose there. So here's... I'm not quite sure if this expression here is this mortified or is this lovely you proposed to me here at the rat hole. What did you do when he proposed? Well, we was at the rat hole. Lovely. Is that a euphemism? But yes, there indeed. That's where, and quite interestingly, you can see all the people have started to leave coins there. There was a reporter that did an article on this, and he'd left a coin in it. And ever since then, it had started collecting other coins. It's even had Pokemon cards over the time and things like that. But look at this. People have really celebrated. Look, over here we see Pokemon cards in the corner there. Flowers. I mean, this thing has got it. That looks like a pager. Traffic cone. That's a pisshead. Clearly, only a pisshead be leaving traffic cones there. That looks like a Heinz thing. So, mental most around. But this poor mortified woman here also got proposed there. I mean, it's amazing what they can get up to over in Chicago. It's not the only one. Now Virginia, of course, was very jealous. Hang on a second. Because I would answer no. It says Velvet. No, absolutely no. I'm going to do that. Rat Hole was Henry High School, so it's gone full circle. Good job there, GSP. And all of you, of course. Yes, indeed. So not to be outdone by a rodent hole, of course. Virginia thought, well, we better get on the action. I'm not really quite sure what they were doing. They thought they went with a straight up message. They've got a gun-shaped hole in a Virginia sidewalk that went viral. I mean, this was in January of last year. What was it with pavements in news last year? If I was doing this last year, we 100% would have been on this one. But yeah, also please do like, subscribe, bash the screen, tap that thing. That would be fantastic if you could. Thank you so much. Yes, after Chicago's famous rat hole went viral, another iconic, sidewalk is spotted getting similar attention in Richmond, Virginia. There we go. That's the name of the cigarettes, isn't it? Is that the cheap cigarettes? But yes, apparently the viral gun hole is located in a sidewalk in the Fan neighborhood. And it's garnering attention. So see some competition building up between Virginia and the other one. Where was it? I've forgotten already. Chicago, yes. But I mean, really, is it just located entirely in America? These amazing things in the floor. Well, we can do holes in the floor too, over here in England land. Yes, indeed. Over this side of the puddle, we've got holes too. Yes, and we've got all kinds of amusing shapes too. We can compete. We've got this one. This is our footprint, yes. It says carved into a rock on Donat, which is Gonad's slightly lesser known brother. and is linked to the crowning of the Scots King Dal Riata. Sounds exotic, but yeah, so clearly he kept his shoes on, naughty boy, and he's left a nasty great big hole. You see, we can do these things. Allow me to now show you other interesting holes we have in England. We've got this one. Yeah. I'm not so impressed either with this. We lost it after we were really off to a gallop in the first one, weren't we? And then no, it sort of fell over slightly. It was an Ugg boot, says CSP. It did look kind of Uggish, didn't it? You know, that I would believe that. Yep. So yeah, apparently this is the devil's talent, you know, because probably. It's this one. America is full of holes. We have a hole running the place, says Flutterby. We've got this one over here. We've got the Devil's Footstep in Munich. Good, lovely. That's very central, though. That isn't it? That is incredibly central. Apparently, this one, of course, Jesus's footsteps. Where would you be without Jesus's footsteps or his face turning up in some bread or something? You know, yeah. Here we are. Here is. They've got some very weird toes, though, didn't he? No kind of heels or balls or the thing. And his toe, look at his toes. They look like sort of fish fingers. It's sort of like a packet, a packet of sausages, isn't it? But yeah, there you go. Apparently his feet. Hang on a second. There we go. Right. That's not very convincing. But of course, the English, of course, we do like to delight with our sense of humour. With what could be my favourite one, of course. This of course is in Chester. Oh yes, this. Yeah, the English really know. we really knew how to do it over here. Yeah, we couldn't give you a rat or anything, but we gave you a big cock instead. So you're welcome. You're welcome, world. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Speaking of cocks, speaking of people being cocks, more likely, there was a delightful story which popped up over in Georgia. Yes, we're swinging away over to Georgia now. And in Georgia, it was a boss who got rather annoyed at his worker and has taken action in order to do it. And it is, of course, this one. A Georgia man receives his final paycheck of $915 in oil-covered pennies with a "fuck you" note. That's how you do it, isn't it? If you are a person that is anyway handled, yes, this I know this isn't the first time this appeared, but of course it has reappeared recently, and I love the boss's reaction. The boss who apparently didn't do it. We'll see. We'll show you his reaction in a moment. Anyway, so a man from Fayetteville in Georgia got his final overdue paycheck from a local auto shop in the form of a pile of pennies with a note that read "fuck you" attached to it. I think the pennies would have done. I think that's enough of a fuck you, really, than you needed a note. But, you know, belts and braces sometimes, right? Earlier this month, Andreas Flatten received a delivery of over 9,000 1-cent coins, all covered in greasy oil and dumped on his driveway. Lovely. A March 13 Instagram post by Flatten's girlfriend, Olivia, states that the huge chunk of change arrived 4 months after Flatten quit his job at AOK Walker Auto Works at Peachtree City. We know where knocks would go, don't we? Jesus, I don't want to go there. You got any change? Have I got any change? No, I don't want my change. You keep it. Stick it in the charity box up. You don't want that, do you? So, yes. First things first, she says. When her boyfriend quit, he gave written resignation, complete with a 2 weeks notice. After Miles Walker of AOK Walker Auto Works continued to be an asshole that he is and make a normal working day hell, making unnecessary comments about my boyfriend's daughter and just being an all-round dick. That 2 weeks turned into 5 days. Oxley explained that Walker refused to send out Flatten's last paycheck, claiming damages to his shop. Once the word lawyer was introduced, this is what he did. The picture's been removed. Anyway, Fox 5, who are also always on the news and stuff, aren't they? These people, they've got the big stories. Yes, and they interviewed Flatten, who said he had contacted the Georgia Department of Labor for assistance on his paycheck. He called his former boss, his boss's move a childish thing to do. Yes, it was, but it was quite good though, wasn't it? If I've done my math correctly, all right, son, all right, this times by 100. It's not. It's not exactly like a depth of calculus going on here, is it? If I've done my math correctly, that's 91,515 pennies. That should come out to be about 2.5 grams each, about 504 pounds. Interesting guy, right? I mean, wow, you must be a riot at the party. Flatton, who currently keeps the pennies in a wheelbarrow with wheels that have deflated due to the weight of all that zinc and copper, added that he now spends his evening sitting in the garage cleaning the coins. Is he really going to sit there with, I don't know, a hanky or a napkin or something and just wipe 91,000 pennies? This apparently is this genius's. I'm sure there must be something you can pour on it. You know, even I don't know. I'm sure there's some good science. I'm sure mustard was there in the thing. He could tell us the science of oil removal. He would know this stuff. What's this on him? I love myself. So petty. Yes. People with these anger issues really make me laugh. They must wake up screaming. Yeah, they must do. Got to have a hobby, I suppose, says Mustard. Thank you, sir. Good man. Anyways, so where are we at over here? Where are we? Yes, so he's kept, of course, the pennies. Delightful. Can you imagine the time that must take to polish a penny? I mean, no, not doing that. Right, while we're on things sucking, yeah. There we go. That's the link we'll use. Well, while we're on to things sucking, glory holes. What? Yeah, I know we're going there, but it's okay. It's okay because it's handled in a very nice way. Because we're talking, of course, about these, a gigantic spinning glory hole, filmed as it sucked down fluid. Yes, indeed. If you can read this without being a child like me, congratulations. But this particular article had me acting like a child all morning. But yes, here is the gigantic spinning glory hole. Yes, indeed. Here's a new addition for the Nightmare Box. Again, not sure about the choice of words. A gaping mouth that greedily drains gallons of murky water into a frothing hole. It's known as the glory hole. And to be honest, we're as surprised as you are about that. I like that when the reporter kind of acknowledges this is kind of strange. Yeah, let's all acknowledge the strange together. That's what we're all connecting with this morning. Yes, the orifice was activated for the first time in 6 years. Well, you know, once you get past a certain age, and since the onlookers have been pulling up to stare, it was automatically triggered when the water levels at the Monticello Dam in Napa reached their maximum level. So some of the fluid in the reservoir had to be released. Yes, indeed. That's not fluid. Here it is. There is the glory hole in its glory. Yes, indeed. Officially known as the Morning Glory Spillway. It has only been rarely activated when levels are so high that Lake Berryessa is at risk of flooding. Well, indeed. Canada geese, excuse me. Canada geese perch on the rim of the glory hole during a dry day. There you go. Well, you've got to make use of it, right? Approach the hole at your own risk. That's good advice for everybody. Yes. Its suction power protects the whole luscious landscape. Yes, there it is. There is said luscious landscape. Plenty of bush being attended to there. Absolutely. But of course, swimming is strictly prohibited. As if you get sucked inside the vortex of spiraling water, you won't be coming out alive. I think that's probably quite good. And it's not the only famous glory hole around either. No. There are plenty of delightful glory holes that I'm worried about getting myself told off for covering. So let's pop to this one. It's about human magnets. I must cover this actually before we go. I think I do have time. It is, of course, it starts with a very innocent article I was reading, which was this one. It was a nurse's attempt to prove that vaccines make people magnetic. hilariously backfires. It was a woman who was saying that certain vaccines for certain things, allegedly, she said that they may have the effect of making you magnetic. She then turned up at a delightful sort of conferencey thing, as you do, like a little forum-y thing, and then tried to stick a key to her face several times, and it kept falling off. So that was kind of amusing. But it did make me wonder a little bit more about it when I read that the whole human magnetism thing had been debunked anyway. I was like, when is this? I know the Debunking Magnetism Weekly is a bit late this month, but I had not heard of this. So it is, of course, that yes, it is the sebum that your skin produces, which is that sort of waxy, fatty, nasty things. If you hold on to your lunch as we just quickly pop over to what on earth that looks like. Oh no, I've moved the picture of what it looks like. But it is this stuff. It's oily, waxy substance. So it's basically just that nastiness that comes out of your nose. I'm trying to get. Let me just give you some images of it. Where's a delightful close up? These are very tame images, but it is a nasty yellow gunk that kind of naturally comes out of your skin. It's like a natural conditioner for your skin and helps sort of keep bacteria away by kind of creating a nasty layer of funk. It is, of course, the precursor to something which is called smegma. I'm not going to go ahead and cover smegma. Oh dear, that's a sentence. But it is there. If you wish to know about that, that is what that is. Which then makes you think, okay, so the next time I see this, does that or does that not change your entire concept of this? I mean, he's a little bit spotty too, so sebum central, right here. That for me has ruined forever any kind of man that presents himself and says, "I'm a magnet." No, you're just disgusting. There you go. Disgusting or way to almost leave. So I thought I'd better back that up with a couple of happy, nice stories and pleasant things. I learned about smegma in nursing school. Horrific. I know. It is so awful. I remember this. Those awful, like, horrific doctor programs where they bring on people that are horrific to do horrific things. Oh my goodness! Actually, I won't go there just in case. I probably can. Yeah, you can't talk about certain things in certain ways. But yes, horrific, absolutely bloody horrific. But so let's keep on moving, shall we? I was going to give you a couple of nice stories then, and it was, of course, over to a Florida man. Now, the last couple of weeks, certainly the last months that we've been doing this, we are on episode, we're on 67 now. Congratulations, everybody. We've made it 67 episodes. Good job to you. Anyhow, yes, of course, I forgot what I was talking about. Bollocks. Oh, that was it. It was the Florida man's always had a bit of a bad rap. But of course, I wanted to show you a delightful Florida man who is doing amazing things. And here he is. Look at this man over here. A Florida man is drawing praise for valiantly saving his puppy from the jaws of an alligator. Yes, indeedy. Dick Wilbanks. 74 too, if you're 74 and you're still very much happy to go ahead and, brawl with some alligators, I want to be 75 and headlocking alligators to save a puppy. I mean, how heroic is that? All you need is some, orphans on fire, and you've got yourself quite a heroic situation there. But anyway, yes, he was just enjoying the sun. And look, that is puppy too. Look how bloody cute that is. I don't know if my face is in front of covering up or not, but look at that puppy. Look, it's so cute. Anyway, I'll stop making noises now. An alligator in a backyard pond at his county home had grabbed the dog and pulled it into the water. If you remember yesterday, of course, we had the story of Walter, the alligator, who recently got euthanized. I hope it wasn't anything to do with Walter. But yes, of course, it was a 3-month-old Cavalier King Charles. And they are the cutest, weirdest looking things here. And yes, and there's a little picture. I won't play it. But yes, look, there is, alligator. It is a small alligator, but this is a very small dog. So well done, Florida man, for bringing it up to the Floridian men. Good job to you. Last story of the day is one about cat theft. And it's not just theft of cat. It is cat who is a thief. And the owner has come up with a delightful way of kind of giving back to her community the things that may or may not have been taken from her from other people with cats. Allow me to be slightly more specific. Oh, hang on a second. We're just on the smegma for one more. I actually had a patient. I bet you've got some. We need to interview GSP. I'm sure we do. I actually had a patient with smegma buildup, and he was not circumcised. That's yes. So we had a crystallized ring of crust. Oh, God, yeah, that's traumatic. That is. Thank you for sharing. Ooh, dear, oh dearie. So how did you do it? Did you have to break it to get it off? I don't want to know. We don't want to know. But we do, curiously, weirdly enough. Anyway, so let's raise the tone up, shall we? Let's go one more time. It is, of course, that woman and her cat, and she had this is the picture here. Let me see. Make sure you can all see it. There we go. It is, of course, a sign that says that my cat is the thief, and then she hangs up these delightful gloves and things that the cat's stolen. So if you're missing something, you can go over to this delightful lady's house, who's probably got all your wares all there ready for you. The cat probably just comes and nicks them back off the line. But yeah, apparently, people come by, mostly take pictures. But they had a school bus drive past and a few pairs, and they've taken a few pairs of gloves. Yeah, just to make a couple of pairs up. The sign has gone viral on social media, with many Twitter users sharing the tales of their own things that cats have brought out. For example, there was one here, which one did I rather like? The cat, my cat used to come home with collars of other cats. I was convinced he was a cat serial killer. And these were his trophies. I used to sleep with a knife under my pillow, this person said. Good job to you. Good job to you. So, see, nice, cute way to end the program there, isn't it? Good stuff. So, thank you so much for joining me. What are we on now? Are we on Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday. So, yes, Thursday coming up. Well done for getting here, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Do please like, share, subscribe, and all that sort of stuff for me. That would be delightful. If you would like to ever come and join me on the old tickety talk thing here, this is. Did that even pop up? Did that pop up? Yes, it did. There it is. Yes, there is my little page. Do please go and have a look at that. See, I've got nearly as many followers. Somebody was very kind. Gave me their account. So here we are. This is the page. It's got some stuff on there. I do gaming, streaming in the evenings as well. So if you want to catch me being crap at stuff, come and check me out. It's not bad. Anyway, so that's enough of that for today. Do please like, share, subscribe here. I will see you as always tomorrow for more and more craziness for you all. Thank you all for being there. It does mean lots to me. I appreciate you greatly. So then, until we meet again, do please stay beautiful, love to my three, and you take care of yourself.